So today in this lecture we are going to learn about bubble sort. We will start from bubble sort, right? So I think you know or may not know the bubble sort, right? So how we will start the bubble sort, we will go through, right? So let's begin and understand from the scratch. So let's I'm going to create first one array, right? So how the array we will have, let's understand. We have 20, 30, 100 and 50, right? The very short array we have, only 4 element we have, right? So what we have to do, we have to do a sorting, like the value should have, you can say it should have 20, then 30, then 50, you can say, right? And then it should have 100, like this. So I want this array to be like that, right? So how we'll do that, and what is the requirement to do that, and what are the cost we have, so we will see in the program, right? So first I'm going to explain you how the approach should be here to sort this value, right? So one way you can do, the first index the value as index 0 and index 1, and these are index 2 and index 3. So we will compare first index 0 to index 1, right? So if this value 20 is not greater than 30, right? So it will be the same position, right? Otherwise what will happen, if the value is different, then the index 1 value should have to go to here, we will swap. So in this case 20 is not greater than 30, so it will be at the same position. Next we go to 30 and 100. The index 1 we have 30, index 2 we have 100. So in this 30 is not greater than 100, so it will be remain on the same position, right? Now what we have to do, we have to check the 100 and 50, the index number 3, 2 and 3, right? So 100 is greater than 50, so it should change the position, right? So what we have to do, we have to do very simple functionality to swap the value. How we will swap, let's understand. We have x as of 100, okay, and y we have 50, right? Y we have 50. So if you want to swap, you have to store the value somewhere. Let's understand, I am keeping this 100 in a temp, right? In a temp, okay. Now we can store y value into uh, x, right? How we will do that? We will store x equal to y, right? And now we can change y equal to temp, right? You can say t, and the value we have x equal to 50 and y equal to 100 now. So in this way we will swap the value, and if the array is longer, we will repeat this swapping things also, right? We have to check first the value is greater than or greater than the adjacent value, like a second index, next index you can say, or if it is greater than, then we have to swap. Only two things we have to do. So I have already created a code. So let's understand, we have created a very simple array, and this array have a data like this, right? I have taken 10, 20, 100 and similar to 80, right? So the index we know in the array start from 0 and it will increment by one, right? So index 0 have 10, 1 have 20, 2 have 100, and similar to the 8 position we have 80, right? So what we have index from 0 to 8 element, and total index we have 9, right? So how we will going to sort, there are many ways you can do that, right? Like what I'm going to create from the Java. So I have started written already the code in the Java. So what we have to do, we have to create a method, and method do not need to be called through the object of this class, that is not required. So you have to define as a static, and this method is not gonna call from outside, so I have created just a private, right? You can use as a private or you can remove as a private, right? So why have taken a static? A static keyword defines there is no need to call with the object, no need to create an object to call this method, right? So class can access directly. Now we have created a void as a return type, so that no need to return any value, and the method is taken as an argument array or integer type array, right? So first we have created one for loop to iterate the value from 0 to 8th position, last position, right? From 0 to length of array, right? In the internal for loop we have taken from I plus 1, that from the next element, right? So that index of I can be checked to index of j, like this. So the first we have condition, if the condition f I is greater than f j, the index of 0 is greater than index of 1, then we can save the value, right? So the next procedure is to save the value. I have already told you we can take as a temporary value, and temporary value will store the x index first value, and index 1 can store the value of index second, right? And similarly index second will store the temp value, so that it will save the value, right? After after traversing all the elements of the array, what we have to do, we have to print the for loop, right? We have to print the array with the for loop from 0 to last index, and it should give the value in the sorted array, right? So now you can see in the console it should have sorted value. Yeah, we have the sorted value, right? Guys, in this program if you have any doubt, please ping me in the comment box, I will explain, right?